Nowadays, public appearances are more frequent. Whether you like it or not, there will be times in your life when you will have to perform in front of an audience. I am talking about these big ones, for example, performing on a stage or during debates, but also about those small ones, when you present your project to your classmates and colleagues. I bet half of you, or at least... Słucham?
From scratch? Od początku?
Nie, it's wrong. I bet half of you, your biggest fear, or at least one of them, is public speaking and taking floor in front of people. And in this TED Talk, I would like to look at this problem from a wider perspective. And I will do my best to convince you that it's not as scary as it seems. In any public appearances, it's not about memorizing the text, because everyone can do it. And for good performance, you should make one step forward. You should live through the thing you present. So it's about authenticity. But have you ever thought how to get one? How to be authentic and attention-grabbing? Just be yourself on that stage and not pretend anything or anyone and achieve realness. So firstly, let's stop and think what attention is. And then, why is it so important on stage? Attention is something very hard to explain, but at the same time, you can understand it on the intuitive level. So close your eyes and picture yourself in the restaurant with your friends. You are having dinner. Generally, it is a very pleasant evening. And suddenly, someone you have hidden feelings for enters the restaurant. Or another one. You are walking down the sidewalk and you see a car in very intense pink color. Or 20 pounds under your feet. How does your whole attention change in those different situations? Think about it, how your whole attention is directed in one particular point. And what is your first reaction? I guess these stimuli were so absorbing, interesting, and attention-grabbing that perhaps you completely forget where you were and basically what you were doing before something caught your attention. Let me show you next experiment about attention and focusing. I have here a pointer, and now please watch every move of this pointer, and extremely significant. Don't look at it, but focus. Engage your body, your mind, and your eyes in this whole process. Remember, if you're on stage, you can't be passive. You have to be prepared for every sudden situation. And please, don't plan everything. Don't set the stage in your mind, because then your whole attention and concentration is directed here, not to your audience and to your speech. And notice one very interesting thing, actually one of the most important statements in my talk. When you are focused on what you're saying, your speech, you don't care what's going on around you, and it's just you. And that's what we call authenticity. You don't pretend anything or anyone, you're fully ready, and during performance, let it absorb you 100%, and then I guarantee you will get a round of applause. And now, next, imagination exercise. And this time about our body. About body will, because I believe it has one. So again, close your eyes and picture yourself in your bedroom. You are dancing alone to the mirror, no one can see you, your body feels safe. But suddenly, someone comes through the door. Let me guess, you immediately stop dancing. And why? Because the greater the feeling of oppression, for example, tracing spying on, the more the body closes, and the other way around, the more the sense of security, the more freedom. Being on stage is an extremely oppressive situation because sometimes even hundreds of people are watching you move. So don't you dare force on your body any simplicity or liberty because it's not how it is. It creates disagreement between your mind and your body. Just accept this state and don't fight with your body because I assure you won't win. Usually, before some kind of appearances, we hear from people, don't be so stressed, relax, it's easy, chill, you got this. I think it's not supportive. I remember one day I've been in a play in Gdańsk Shakespearean theater, and my teacher was repeating these words over and over again, and when I walked onto the stage, I was so terrified and mentally not present there at all. I forgot my lines, and it was so bad. It happens that when your mind starts forcing you to do things you can't, and in that moment, you're pretending. So that's the end of my lecture and exercises. I hope you went the full distance. But something really honest. You know, I was always wondering about this paradox, because if you wanted to be the best, for example, volleyball player, you should train for several years to achieve it. But when it comes to public speaking, I have a feeling that people think you have to be born with it, you have to be fitted into it, and you should have something. Obviously, it's not how it works. Like sports, even speaking freely in front of people takes time and very hard work. So here are my tips for you. First, record yourself before any performing because then you can feel someone is watching you. It's only a phone or a camera, but believe me, it helps. Second, practice your attention and focus abilities. Third, be open, take the floor as often as you can in front of people. Fourth, be always fully prepared. And fifth, like when you have your final product, answer yourself, am I real? Thank you.